It's Alumni Day here at NC State. Sellout crowd at Dale Softball Stadium and a top 15 matchup on tap. Virginia Tech, 10 runs last night. The offense was cooking. NC State, in front of 20 years of history, wants to defend home turf. And a fun moment for these programs, matching up for the 51st time. Two teams fighting for important ACC standings halfway through the league play. 6 bombs in the conference. Maxton's 3-1. Goes off speed and she misses down. An early walk. And that has to be in the mind of the Maxton. 14 hits for the Hokies yesterday. Phil did is set the table with another 3-hit game. She was fantastic as a freshman last year, and this coaching staff said she's been even better in year 2. With a runner breaking, that throw wide, and an early stolen base for McMillan. And now the runner's called for leaving early, so she's out.
I was about to say, she just has so much speed, and the fact that she also has power. You usually see a slapper up into that position, but right here, you cannot leave that base. Your foot cannot come off until that ball is released from that pitcher. You can see she is taking that step early before that ball comes out of Maxton's hand.
After being second in the country in bombs last year, so much prolific threats. And that one stays up and in, a hit by pitch. And 2 runners reaching here in the first for the Hokies.
And see everything that's kind of in that pitcher's arsenal is just going to give you a better chance to get that big hit. Good
use of the breaking ball, and Maxton with the first K.
And
this one goes the other way. That'll test Ensley, and a nice play for Tori with her sister Taylor in right to end the inning. Quick work for Carly Maxton. Her Wolfpack come to the plate after this. Mellon. So if you like big flies, you came to the right place here in Raleigh. First pitch hacking. Tori Ensley to short. Good adjustment and in time for Rachel Castine, who fills in for Annika Rose, unavailable this weekend. And Castine making a nice play. Ensley goes the other way. Here's McMillan making a nice play for 2 quick outs. That's one thing with Virginia Tech, elite defensively. So we're halfway through the year, only 17 errors in a 35-game stretch.
Overall, just unstoppable on defense.
And when Pete mentioned our team wants to play defense more than any team he's ever worked with at Virginia Tech. And there's been super regional teams, great conference championship teams. There's the defense on display. Lynch takes care of it. 3 up, 3 down for Emma Mazzarone. And the impact bat goes the other way. Nice adjustment from Taylor Ensley for the first out. That's an area of strength for State. Those analytics, to your point, is why State had a sub-2 ERA in the non-conference. As this ball is blasted to right, Ensley perfectly positioned. There's the mix of analytics and the human nature for the second out.
Before Coach DeMore says she's earned it. She earns this moment.
Like Kevin Garnett says, anything is possible. Oh, Ager gets plunked. 2 hit batters and a walk here for Virginia Tech early on. That just didn't sound.
His wrist, but very close and good call behind the plate.
So the payoff got her swinging. Hannah Church completes the strikeout, and good work for Carly Maxton. Has her own challenge in with heat. Here's Bree Peck at third. A high throw, but a nice tag. Chatfield with the adjustment.
The biggest thing that you can do, and you can see right now, Hannah Church, she rolled over on that pitch, that outside, that ball was thrown up high, and Chatfield was able to reach straight up. Sometimes your first thought is to go forward.
There's a first pitch swing and a line out for Kendall Simmers. We noted her home run last night, elevating the pack. As the 2-0 to Marbury's punch to right. 13 pitches, 2 innings. Emma couldn't draw it up any better. A Baker's dozen through 2 will cook up the bottom of the second. Blackwell first pitch hacking. Well, Dale's not the largest ballpark in the ACC. It's held these hitters in check. A fly out to center.
Well, that was one of the goals for NC State.
McMillan gets a breaking ball. But once again, it stays in the yard. It's a warm Saturday evening, but not power friendly so far.
Game plan today for NC State is to do that.
Here's a fly ball to center. And this ballpark playing pretty large so far. A fly out to end the inning. Carly Maxton, 3 innings of scoreless work. Her Wolfpack, Virginia Tech still has Florida State on the docket at the end of the season. That could be an electric weekend. Here's a pop-up to center from Hannah Goodwin. Okay, 14 pitches and 7 outs. You don't see that ever.
No, and right now.
Teagan hits it back. And how about that? 16 pitches, and we're almost through the third. Because the splits are interesting. State as an offense hits below 260 against lefties.
You kind of have to adjust with those eyes and really think all you're looking at is her hip.
Ellie Goins pops it up. And this is something of legends. 17 pitches, 3 innings. Emma Mazzarone keeping her pitch count nice and calm. A 3-1 count. That misses downstairs, so 3 walks for Maxton. A couple hit by pitches mixed in.
State is shifted over to that left side.
As this ball is smoked into the shift, almost a double play. Great effort from Ellie Goins, the spark plug of the State defense. The RBI leader for the Hokies. More walks than strikeouts, does so many things well. And ropes one to left. Bree Peck, 49 homers in her Hokie career, one shy of the record.
And what a bomb by Bree Peck to really bust it open for this Virginia Tech lineup. That pitch from Maxton actually coming on the inside corner, and it's interesting from Peck, if you see, she actually moves her feet and actually kind of comes outside away from the plate to get her hands inside and just be able to rip on it, getting that big home run.
The record by Megan Ellis is now on high alert. Innings at Duke, what she did as a freshman last year, you can come in and make an impact right away in this conference. And Lynch is putting on a show. We talked about Kendall Simmers and her impact for the Pack. These elite programs willing to play freshmen, and there's a walk. Best chance to beat a top 10 program. Now number 11 in town in the 2-0 game. There's Simmers on a hop, gets one. And that's one of those plays where I think next level with the shortstop purposefully catch it. Do you drop it? Do you throw off the runner? But she gets the lead out. Well, the bottom of this lineup completing for Coach Pete DeMoore. Just one hit, but it's a home run. That's been the difference. And there's strike 3. Wynn Gore gets out of trouble in the 4th. Good usage of the Pack bullpen. First offense of the day in the first 3 innings. A rare 3-2 count. Ball 4, first base runner for the Pack.
And look at that excitement coming. So aggressive. They're swinging at first pitch strikes, and that's always great. You want to be aggressive.
There's strike 3. Now remember, first base is occupied, so the batter's out. The runner can advance. Little League teams out and about. This place is loaded. Sellout here at the Dale. And Bordeaux pops it up. That's an infield fly. 2 outs.
But State, you're seeing them make adjustments with the at-bats. You're seeing those. She may miss a pitch early in the count, but be able to adjust and smack it on that next one.
Lays off, and that gets away from Yeager. Wild pitch. And how about that? A rare 2-2 count. Remember the first 3 innings. Mazzarone's 2-2. Goddard chasing with the rise ball. Good pitch. And second strikeout for Emma. NC State held scoreless. Virginia Tech maintains a 2-0 lead. The plate, Ellie Whitaker working back there for the Pack. Downswing and Whitaker's first action. And that throw dicey, but Marbury holding her footing for the first out. Even her reaction was like, hey now, watch out.
She does so well at multiple different pitches.
So McMillan puts that speed to use. Tess Goodwin. McMillan beats it. Electric speed from the Hokie leadoff threat. There's her 50th hit of the year.
I was going to say, so many different pitches. That was an off speed.
Chatfield goes the other way and a base hit. So 3 knocks now for the Hokies. And if you're Wynn Gore in this pitching staff, how do you avoid making this inning a big number?
Well, right now, you just need to go after the Hokies. You're probably going to be on the field somewhere defensively. That'll
test this defense. There's one. Off the glove of Marbury, and a Wolfpack mistake makes it 3-0. One of those plays Lindsay Leftwich would love back from her middle infield.
Typical first base position. having to reach on over, but that ball just thrown out wide here. You can see Simmers and then throwing across the diamond, and I think Marbury just reached out too soon. She almost should have waited a
Most likely safe at first, but that allows a run to come in. And then Aldridge pops it up. Mark that down as an unearned run for the Hokies, but Coach Pete DeMoore will take it. 3-0 Virginia Tech. Time to stretch here in
right now, right off the bat against her, but she likes the pitch.
This will test her shortstop counterpart. Nice turn by Castine. Because Simmers entering the weekend was on a 10-game hit streak. She had been dynamic, very deep. So Marbury on 3-2, lays off, and she spark plugs the offense here in the 5th. As we understand. Had a good one working a 1-2 count. Chasing that time. And Mazzarone, who has not been pumping the strikeouts, but gets her third right there.
The State for that, the fact that they are getting the bat on the ball.
There's the bat, there's some contact, and there's an adjustment. Virginia Tech brings up one of the best home run hitters in program history, Bree Peck. 1 home run shy of the It's been Bree's show with Corey McMillan. And Bree ropes one to short. What a snag. Simmers is having none of the storylines. Nice play at short.
And if you notice, Peck had the green light on 3-0 and short time that she was in, but I like the call again by Leftwich to pull her quickly so that she can come into this series.
Oh, hang on a second. This is dangerous. What a catch. Oh, Ensley. Having some fun with her sister out there in the outfield.
Where she came up with that big throw down to home, but she was right on this. You can tell she was floating a little bit, but she didn't even really look for the wall. She just followed that ball.
High pitch, she's 0 for 1 today. And earns a second opportunity. With Faith Kane, I'm Evan Budrovich. A fun game. A much better pitcher's duel here in game 2 in this series. And a strikeout for Wen Gore. She's fired up. And when you got it, you got it. Her drop ball, effective. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th.
The State getting ready for that hit. They need to be prepared because that ball is going to come in quick.
Got her to chase. That pitch not very close, but a punch out. Mazzarone up to 4 Ks.
And this is the issue we saw earlier in this game.
Spot. Right back to Mazzarone. Now the Wolfpack down to their final 4 outs.
And Mazzarone is really going
30-5, so impressive. And the 3-2's on the ground. That's through in the State first hit of the game. So Taylor Ensley extends the 6th. And a pop-up could end the inning. There's Peck. That'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left on. A clean 6 innings for Emma Mazzarone. 9-1-2 in the Hokie order. First pitch hacking. And that's Ellie Goins in center. If you're a scorecard person, get your eraser ready. We got some changes. Marbury moves to left. Wen Gore navigating a second time through the lineup, and that pitch is way up.
And you could tell Gore was planning on throwing an off speed there, her changeup, but she
against Florida State. This ground ball could be 2. Goodwin starts it. That's in time. Nice turn from Tegan Thrunk, facing her former team. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. Virginia Tech not challenged. Okay, we'll take the break and come back for the bottom of the 7th. NC State chasing 3. Here's pitch 79. Hit hard and fair. That's got a chance for 2. Church churning, holding on a nice turn. Nora, great job in the outfield, holding that to.
just something that State has struggled with throughout this game. The Raleigh hats are on in Raleigh.
Mazzarone working 2-2. That's called strike 3.
It's the plate on the outside corner. Such a good pitch.
Marbury the other way. McMillan with space. And the Packer down to their final out. We told you Dale has some tight confines at times. This is never an easy place to make a play like that. In this Saturday sellout at Dale. Mazzarone for the CG. She's got it. Backwards K. And second complete game for the sophomore lefty. A brilliant performance to clinch the series.
Mazzarone was just unstoppable in the circle today. You see that same exact pitch that she just threw to Simmers on that outside corner. That is a curveball. Again, starting in that other side of that batter's box and then just crossing over the plate. But overall, Mazzarone just being unstoppable in the circle. She was attacking hitters. She was using pitchers' pitches. And again, extending that streak to 12 games for the Hokies.
Hokies matching Florida State at 10-1 in the ACC. We have a fun pitchers duel